Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into a destination that, well, it practically wears its legendary Blue Pearl of the East Sea title with pride. Nha Trang, Vietnam. Forget your typical postcard. This city paints a truly vivid and captivating picture. Imagine a place where this magnificent sweeping crescent of pristine golden sands seamlessly meets, the stunning turquoise waters of the South China Sea.
Right.
And it's all framed by this dramatic backdrop of lush mountains and, surprisingly, a modern gleaming skyline.
It's quite the contrast.
And it really is. It's not just a beautiful view, it's an entire sensory experience that promises both, well, tranquil escape and exhilarating adventure.
Definitely.
So our mission for this deep dive, drawing on all our sources, is to really explore how Nhatrang masterfully blends this serene natural beauty with an incredibly dynamic energy, creating a multifaceted hub unlike any other.
Yeah.
So as we kick things off, what initial allure, beyond just its beauty, truly gives Nhatrang this iconic pearl moniker and makes it stand out on the global stage?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, and I think what really gives Nha Trang its distinctive pearl status, is how its natural splendor is just inextricably linked to its strategic advantages.
Okay.
It's far more than just a pretty beach town,
Oh.
It immediately distinguishes itself with a geographical setup that's as, well, functionally brilliant as it is aesthetically stunning.
Functionally brilliant. I like that.
Yeah, the city isn't just located by the sea, it's sort of nestled into its environment in a way that provides both these breathtaking vistas and remarkable, almost unparalleled natural protection.
Oh, okay. Production.
Exactly. This unique embrace by nature has, as we'll uncover, fundamentally shaped its entire historical trajectory and its modern development. It's a dynamic destination where ancient heritage, colonial elegance, and contemporary vibrancy all converge, powerfully underpinned by this exceptional location.
That's a brilliant distinction because when we talk about Nha Trang, its geography isn't merely a picturesque backdrop, like you said.
Yeah.
It's arguably the primary architect of its destiny.
Absolutely.
We're talking about a bay that's not only scattered with, 19 large and small islands,
That's right, 19.
but one that has earned truly high international recognition. I mean, Travel plus Leisure magazine called it one of the 29 most beautiful bays in the world.
Yeah, and that kind of accolade doesn't come lightly. It really signifies something special.
Definitely not.
And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this geography isn't just a backdrop, it's the fundamental force that has continually shaped Nha Trang's journey. Picture this. The city finds itself in like a natural amphitheater, flanked on three sides by these impressive, verdant mountains. But the critical element, the real game changer, is its shield from the open sea.
Right, the islands you mentioned.
Exactly, provided by this remarkable collection of islands, with the expansive Han Tree Island serving as its primary natural fortification.
Country, okay.
And this isn't just an arbitrary collection of land masses. This incredible natural barrier acts as a robust defense, protecting the city from the major storms and typhoons that can, devastate other parts of the Vietnamese coastline.
Wow, so it's like a natural breakwater.
Pretty much. This protection, this meteorological stability is absolutely key because it fundamentally underpins Nha Trang's appeal as a stable, reliable, year-round resort destination.
Which is huge for tourism.
Huge. It's a claim many other coastal areas in Southeast Asia simply cannot make. It's a strategic asset that has profoundly shaped its tourism industry, allowing for this consistent reliability that many competitors just can't offer.
So it's not just the beautiful view that draws you in. It's also this remarkably practical shelter, a natural fortress that really transforms how you perceive the bay, doesn't it? Shifting it from just pretty to, well, vital.
Precisely. It becomes a functional component.
And it makes me wonder, has this natural protection always been a defining factor, like stretching back through history?
Absolutely. This protective quality isn't some modern discovery or, a happy accident. Its significance stretches back through millennia, deeply embedded in the region's ancient roots.
Millennia, wow.
Yeah. Consider the ancient Champa kingdom, a powerful and sophisticated civilization that flourished in this region from as early as the 3rd century CE.
To Champa, right.
They chose the sheltered harbor at the mouth of the Kai River for a very clear and strategic reason. It was the most logical and secure place to establish a thriving port, a vital trading hub, and importantly, a major religious center.
Makes perfect sense. Safety first.
Right. This strategic choice allowed their civilization to not just survive, but to truly flourish,
Yeah.
laying down cultural and economic roots that you can still sort of feel today. This wasn't merely a backdrop, it was the foundation upon which their empire built its strength, shielded from maritime threats and harsh weather.
That's a powerful illustration of how human settlement is just so intrinsically linked to geographic advantage. So the Champa used it for trade and spiritual purposes. What about the next major cultural wave that shaped Nha Trang, the French colonialists? Did they see the same strategic advantages?
Precisely. Fast forward to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and it was this same irresistible combination. The protective bay, the allure of those fine sandy beaches, and a remarkably pleasant, stable climate that captivated the French colonists.
So they saw it too.
They did. They didn't just see a strategic outpost, they immediately recognized its immense potential, not just as a trading post, but specifically as an ideal seaside resort, and interestingly, a health retreat.
A health retreat.
Yeah.
Like a spa town.
Kind of, yeah. This colonial development was pivotal. It ushered in a new era of infrastructure and a burgeoning reputation. It wasn't just about constructing new buildings, it fundamentally laid the infrastructural and reputational foundation for Nha Trang's eventual transformation into the premier international tourist hub we recognize today.
Huh. So that colonial layer really set the stage for modern tourism.
It absolutely did. So these stunning geographical features, the bay, its surrounding mountains, its shielding islands, they aren't just elements of natural beauty, they are the enduring catalysts that have driven Nha Trang's entire history, from ancient civilization to a bustling modern metropolis.
That's incredible.
And I'd encourage you, our listener, to really visualize how such powerful natural features can truly dictate human history and development. Can you think of other places where geography has played such a pivotal, almost predestined role in shaping a city's fate? It's a profound concept to consider.
It really is. That's a truly profound way to frame it, revealing how natural elements aren't just passive backdrops, but active participants in historical narratives. Given how pivotal its geography has been in shaping its physical resilience and historical arc, I'm curious if this protective environment also contributed to Nha Trang's famed predictable climate.
Yeah.
That's another huge draw for visitors, right?
Indeed, the climate is another crucial chapter in Nha Trang's story, and yes, it is, in part, influenced by that very geography we've been talking about.
Okay.
Nha Trang enjoys a tropical savanna climate, which, in broad strokes means distinct dry and wet seasons. Pretty standard for the tropics.
Right. Dry and wet.
However, what's truly remarkable is how Nha Trang's unique geographical shield creates a kind of microclimate. It effectively extends its prime tourist season beyond what you typically expect from a tropical destination.
Ah, so the mountains and islands influence the weather patterns too.
Exactly. This prolonged stability, which is a stark contrast to other regional weather patterns, is a massive strategic asset. It's fundamentally shaped its tourism industry, allowing for that year-round reliability that, as we said, many competitors simply can't offer.
Makes sense.
And understanding these nuances is really key for planning your visit.
So it's not just a generic tropical climate. There's a unique Nha Trang twist to it. Let's break down these seasons then, especially for anyone dreaming of that perfect beach escape. When should they go?
Precisely. The dry season, which really is unequivocally the best time to experience Nha Trang, spans a generous 8 months. It goes from January all the way through to August.
8 months. That's a long window.
It is. During these glorious months, visitors can look forward to consistently warm temperatures, those quintessential clear blue skies that stretch endlessly, and crucially, minimal rainfall.
Sounds perfect.
These are the ideal conditions, whether your ideal holiday involves lounging on the beach, embarking on exhilarating island-hopping adventures through the bay, or exploring the city's myriad historical and cultural sightseeing opportunities. The consistent sunshine and gentle sea breezes just make outdoor activities incredibly enjoyable.
Okay, that sounds absolutely ideal for anyone seeking sun, sand, and adventure. A long dry season is a definite bonus.
It is, but for the absolute ideal, the gold standard experience, if you have the flexibility, I'd say aim for the period between January and March.
January to March. Why then specifically?
That's when the weather truly hits its sweet spot. Peak perfection, really. You'll find the most comfortable temperatures, noticeably lower humidity, which means less stickiness, more comfort.
That's a big plus.
Huge plus. And an abundance of brilliant sunshine that just makes everything feel brighter and more vibrant. This precise combination is perfect not only for extended beach lounging sessions where the sand is cool and the water inviting, but also for exploring the city's rich cultural sites and bustling markets without the intense, sometimes oppressive heat that can characterize the very peak of summer.
So milder heat, less sticky. Got it.
Exactly. It offers a fresher experience, ideal for both relaxation and active exploration. Overall, the average annual temperature in Nha Trang hovers around a very pleasant 26 degrees Celsius.
26 degrees C, nice.
Yeah, ensuring comfortable conditions for the vast majority of the year, making it an attractive destination for diverse preferences.
So if you're chasing that picture-perfect, comfortable beach holiday vibe, those early months, Jan to March, are definitely the sweet spot to target. But what about the other side of the coin, the wet season? Does that mean completely avoiding Nha Trang, or there's still advantages for certain travelers?
Right, the wet season. It typically runs from September to December, and as the name suggests, this period sees the majority of Nha Trang's annual rainfall.
Heavy downpours,
Yeah.
all-day rain.
Well, they often manifest as heavy downpours, which can be intense, but here's that microclimate advantage again. They typically don't last all day. Often you'll experience a brief, intense shower, usually in the afternoon, after which the skies clear up, allowing for continued activities.
Oh, okay. So not necessarily a total washout.
Not necessarily. While this period is generally considered less ideal for a quintessential unbroken beach holiday, it's certainly not without its distinct advantages, particularly for a specific type of traveler.
Like who? Budget travelers, maybe?
Exactly. For those who are flexible with their schedule, perhaps interested in a different pace, and especially for the budget conscious, the wet season often means significantly fewer crowds at popular attractions.
Ah, fewer crowds is always nice.
Definitely. This translates to a more intimate experience, fewer queues, and importantly, lower prices on accommodation, tours, and even flights.
Okay, so lower prices, fewer people. That's a good trade-off for potentially dodging some rain.
It's a clear trade-off, yes. Peak comfort versus a more relaxed, economical experience. Our analysis shows that understanding these climate patterns allows for highly tailored trip planning. You can prioritize peak comfort and relentless sunshine in the dry season, or strategically leverage the wet season for a more intimate, economical, and perhaps even uniquely serene experience.
So it really depends on your priorities.
Absolutely. What kind of traveler are you? How do Nha Trang's distinct climate choices fit your ideal conditions and priorities? It's all about matching your travel philosophy to the season.
That's incredibly useful insight for trip planning, offering options for every type of traveler. Now, moving from the natural canvas to something equally rich and compelling, let's shift our focus to the layered history that truly defines Nha Trang.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't just a city with a past. It's like a living museum where history isn't just displayed, it's actively lived. Here's where it gets really interesting, because it's a place where successive cultures have apparently built upon, rather than erased, the legacies of their predecessors, creating this fascinating cultural tapestry.
Indeed. Nha Trang's story delves profoundly deep into the ancient past, long before it ever became a bustling tourist haven. This region was the heart of a vibrant civilization known as Kauthara within the Cham Kingdom.
Kauthara.
Yeah, flourishing as far back as the 3rd century CE. It's truly fascinating to consider that the very name Nha Trang itself is believed to be a Vietnamese transliteration of the Cham language term Ia Dran.
Ia Dran, what does that mean?
It means Reed River, which refers to the mighty Kai River that flows through the area.
Wow, Reed River. So the name itself is ancient.
Exactly. This linguistic echo of its ancient past is not just a historical footnote. It powerfully sets the stage for the profound cultural layering you encounter there today. The Cham people, an Austronesian ethnic group, established this maritime empire whose influence stretched across Southeast Asia, and Nha Trang was a crucial nexus of that power, blending trade, spiritual practice, and everyday life in that naturally protected setting.
And the most stunning and tangible example of that ancient heritage, an almost spiritual anchor, would have to be the majestic Po Nugar Cham Towers. Correct. They seem to be much more than just ruins.
Absolutely. The Po Nugar Cham Towers stand as the most magnificent, enduring, and indeed living testament to this ancient era. They rise majestically on this granite knoll, offering commanding, almost sacred views overlooking the Kai River and the surrounding landscape.
Quite a location.
Incredible location. And it isn't just a single structure. It's a remarkable complex comprising 4 incredibly well-preserved brick towers, painstakingly constructed between the 7th and 12th centuries.
7th to 12th centuries. That's incredibly old.
It is. Each tower, built with impressive architectural foresight and artistic detail, was a profoundly sacred Hindu site dedicated to various deities within the Cham pantheon, like Shiva, Ganesha, and importantly, the female goddess Yamponagar.
Yamponagar.
Yeah, she's revered as the lady of the city or the mother of the country. Legend says she taught the Cham people the vital skills of weaving and rice cultivation.
Ah, so skills fundamental to their survival.
Absolutely fundamental to their survival, prosperity, and cultural identity. The intricacy of the carvings, the resilience of the brickwork, it all speaks to an advanced civilization with a deep connection to its spiritual beliefs and agricultural roots.
That's a powerful connection to the land, its people, and their sustenance. But what's truly compelling, as you hinted, is that it's not just a historical relic, something frozen in time, is it? It continues to hold significance.
Precisely. And this is a crucial detail and a powerful point of analysis that elevates the Ponagar Cham Towers beyond a mere archaeological site. These towers are emphatically not a sterile ruin relegated solely to history books. To this very day, it remains a vibrant, active, and deeply spiritual place of worship. It serves as a spiritual center not only for the remaining Cham people, who steadfastly uphold their ancient traditions and rituals, but also for Chinese and Vietnamese Buddhists, who have respectfully adapted the site into their own rich religious practices.
So multiple faiths use it now.
Yes. You can often witness daily offerings, incense burning, prayers being recited, all against this backdrop that's hundreds and hundreds of years old. This continuous use, this unbroken thread of devotion and cultural exchange across millennia is a powerful symbol of cultural layering and, importantly, cultural syncretism.
Syncretism, right. Blending beliefs.
Exactly. It beautifully demonstrates a remarkable integration of beliefs where new spiritual practices have been adopted not by destroying the old, but by embracing, incorporating, and building upon it. It's a truly unique phenomenon to witness in Southeast Asia, offering a tangible illustration of how ancient traditions persist, adapt, and find new life and meaning in modern times.
That's incredible.
Embodying a resilient spiritual heritage. It truly makes you pause and think about how resilient human culture and belief systems can be.
It really does a living monument to history, continually evolving. Now, fast forward several centuries, and we encounter another significant layer added to Nha Trang's identity, the French colonial period. This is where the city really began its transformation from, a modest fishing port into a fashionable seaside resort, a shift that still echoes in its architecture and institutions today.
Indeed. The French, arriving in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, quickly grasped the region's inherent therapeutic qualities. They recognized the consistent warm climate, the clean, refreshing air, and of course that magnificent coastline as ideal for rest and recuperation.
So back to that health retreat idea.
Exactly. They weren't just looking for strategic outposts or resource extraction. They saw a unique potential for a different kind of development, one centered around health and leisure. This period saw the establishment of crucial institutions and infrastructure that continue to shape Nha Trang's character and scientific reputation.
Like what?
For example, in 1895, the renowned bacteriologist Alexandre Yersin,
Oh, Yersin, yeah, famous name.
very famous, a protege of Louis Pasteur, he established the Pasteur Institute right there in Nha Trang, specifically for groundbreaking tropical disease research.
Wow, in Nha Trang.
In Nha Trang, his monumental legacy is still celebrated today at the Alexandre Yersin Museum, a testament to scientific pursuit within a resort town. Then, a few decades later, in 1923, the Nha Trang Institute of Oceanography was founded.
Oceanography, too.
Yeah, it quickly became one of the first and most respected modern scientific research centers of its kind in Southeast Asia, cementing Nha Trang's dual identity as both a leisure destination and a hub for scientific inquiry.
So the French influence wasn't merely about leisure and grand hotels. It was also about scientific advancement and establishing institutions that left a lasting academic and research footprint. That's a fascinating juxtaposition for a resort town.
Absolutely. But perhaps the most visually striking and breathtaking legacy of the French era, and a fascinating contrast to the ancient Cham Towers, is the magnificent Nha Trang Cathedral.
The cathedral, right. I've seen pictures. It's quite imposing.
It really is. Also known locally as the Mountain Church due to its prominent elevated position, this imposing stone structure, constructed in the distinctive French Gothic style in the early 19th century, truly commands attention.
Gothic style in Vietnam.
It absolutely dominates a section of the city's skyline with its soaring twin spires, imposing columns, and beautifully ornate stained glass windows, creating an almost European silhouette against the tropical Vietnamese backdrop.
That juxtaposition you mentioned.
Exactly. What's particularly fascinating here is the sheer juxtaposition, the presence of these two profoundly different religious landmarks. The ancient Hindu Cham towers embodying millennia of indigenous Cham spirituality, and this grand French Gothic Catholic cathedral representing a powerful colonial influence standing within a relatively short distance of each other.
Right next to each other, almost.
Pretty much. It perfectly encapsulates the city's complex, layered cultural history. It's a tangible, almost physical representation of the diverse influences that have shaped this place over time.
A visual dialogue.
A visual dialogue, exactly, between ancient traditions and more recent impositions. It truly invites you to consider the visible imprints different cultures leave side by side, and what that tells us about their resilience, adaptation, and eventual integration within a singular urban fabric.
It's like walking through different centuries and spiritual traditions, all within the same city limits. It speaks volumes about the city's ability to absorb and display diverse historical narratives. So with these ancient echoes and colonial elegance, how do all these layers coalesce and interact within modern Nha Trang? I know the city also played a significant, if perhaps less celebrated role during the Vietnam War, right? Serving as headquarters for the U.S. Army's 1st Field Force.
That's right.
Which led to further infrastructure expansion, including the development of the nearby Cam Ranh Bay military base. How did that period factor into its contemporary identity?
That's a crucial point, often overlooked in the more idyllic narratives of Nha Trang. The Vietnam War era did indeed leave its indelible mark, particularly through the expansion of infrastructure around Cam Ranh Bay.
So the military base played a role.
It did. While the city itself was spared direct major conflict, the strategic importance of its natural harbor was once again highlighted, leading to developments that, though initially military, would later be repurposed for civilian and tourism use.
Ah, repurposed. Interesting.
However, it was truly the post-colonial era, particularly after the reunification of Vietnam, that saw the unified Vietnamese government strategically recognize the immense and largely untapped tourism potential that Nha Trang held.
So they saw the potential after the war.
They really did. The late 20th and early 21st centuries marked a period of truly explosive growth and significant investment. What was once described as a relatively sleepy fishing village and minor provincial capital quickly transformed into the bustling modern city it is today.
Right, the Skyline you mentioned earlier.
Exactly, now boasting a population of about 500,000 residents and a skyline punctuated by high-rise resorts and condominiums. This transformation wasn't just about building, it was about strategically leveraging its natural assets and historical foundations to appeal to a global market.
So it's not just that these historical layers exist in isolation, it's how they are actively integrated and presented within the present-day urban fabric that makes it so unique. It's a synthesis, not just a collection.
Precisely. And this raises an important question. How does today's Nha Trang truly integrate all these distinct layers, ancient Cham, French colonial, modern Vietnamese development?
Yeah, how does it work in practice?
The beauty lies in its remarkable, almost seamless ability to do so. Imagine this. In a single day, you can begin your morning by witnessing ancient Cham rituals still being performed at the majestic Ponagar Towers, connecting with spiritual traditions that predate many modern nations. By the afternoon, you could be admiring the serene Gothic grandeur of the French-built Nha Trang Cathedral, a testament to colonial architectural prowess and a different era of faith. And then, as evening falls, you might find yourself dining in a sleek, ultra-modern skyscraper restaurant overlooking a vibrant, bustling city lit up against the bay.
Ancient, colonial, modern, all in one day.
All in one day. This seamless blend of ancient heritage, sophisticated colonial elegance, and dynamic contemporary energy is precisely what makes Nha Trang a truly unique, multifaceted, and deeply captivating destination. It's a city that continuously tells its story through its evolving landscape.
That sounds incredible.
It invites you to reflect on how urban centers globally evolve, retaining their past while boldly embracing the future, and what kind of rich, dynamic experience such a blend ultimately offers its visitors.
It sounds like an absolutely incredible tapestry of experiences woven into the very fabric of the city. Now, for our listeners who are undoubtedly inspired to plan their own visit and immerse themselves in this unique blend, let's talk practicalities.
Right, the nuts and bolts.
Exactly. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? How do you actually get to Nha Trang? And once you're there, how do you navigate its charms? This city's accessibility as a major hub on Vietnam's central coast seems to be a huge asset.
It truly is. Nha Trang is exceptionally well connected, a testament to its status as a premier destination. It offers diverse options by air, rail, and road.
Air, rail, road.
These choices are designed to suit pretty much every traveler's budget, timeline, and even their preference for a particular kind of scenic journey. This accessibility is a key reason why Nha Trang appeals to such a broad demographic, from luxury travelers to backpackers.
Let's start with getting there. For many, especially international visitors, flying is often the first and most practical choice. Can you walk us through that?
Correct. For the majority of international visitors and those traveling significant distances within Vietnam, flying is indeed the fastest and, well, most convenient mode of transport. Nha Trang is primarily served by Cam Ranh International Airport.
Cam Ranh, right. Code CXR.
That's the one, CXR. It's located approximately 35 to 37 kilometers south of the city center.
So a bit of a drive, then.
A little bit, yeah. But this modern airport handles multiple daily flights connecting Nha Trang with Vietnam's major urban hubs like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi, and increasingly direct international flights too.
Good connections.
Very good. For example, a flight from the bustling Ho Chi Minh City, HCMC, is a short hop typically lasting a mere 1 hour.
Just an hour. Wow.
Yeah, incredibly quick transfer. From the capital, Hanoi, the journey is a bit longer but still remarkably efficient, usually taking between, say, 1.5 to 2 hours. These frequent connections make Nha Trang an incredibly easy destination to reach for those prioritizing speed and convenience.
And for those who might prefer a different kind of journey, perhaps one that's a bit more relaxed, steeped in history, and offers a unique perspective of the country's landscape. The train, maybe?
For that, the train is an excellent and incredibly popular choice. It offers an experience that is as much about the journey as the destination itself.
I love train travel.
Me too. Nha Trang is a major well-serviced stop on the historic Reunification Express line.
The Reunification Express, iconic name.
It is. It's an iconic railway that traverses the entire length of Vietnam, from Hanoi in the north all the way down to HCMC in the south. The overnight sleeper train from HCMC is particularly convenient and highly recommended.
Sleeper train, nice.
Yeah, it allows you to travel comfortably while you sleep, waking up refreshed right in Nha Trang. This journey typically spans a manageable 7 to 8 hours, and it saves you a night's accommodation costs too.
Good point.
For the more adventurous or those with ample time, the trip from Hanoi, well, much longer, we're talking 20 to 26 hours, offers an epic journey.
Wow, that's long.
It is, but it's a truly fascinating panoramic cross-section of Vietnam's stunning, diverse countryside. From mountains to coastal plains, you see so much.
That sounds incredible, actually.
And a great bonus for train travelers. The Nha Trang railway station is conveniently situated just 2 kilometers from the city center.
Oh, really close.
Yeah, making for a quick and easy transfer to your accommodation, minimizing that post-travel hassle.
That sounds like a journey in itself, an experience that deepens your understanding of Vietnam rather than just transport. And what about the most budget-friendly option, often favored by backpackers and those exploring on a longer trip? The bus.
For budget travelers and backpackers, yes, the most economical way to reach Nha Trang is undoubtedly by coach or bus. Vietnam boasts an extensive and highly efficient network of modern, comfortable, open-tour sleeper buses.
Sleeper buses, how do those work?
They're quite unique, designed for flexible multi-stop journeys across Vietnam. They have bunk beds, basically, allows passengers to hop on and off at various destinations. Reputable companies like the Sin Tourist and Phuong Trang, also known as Fuda Bus lines, offer multiple daily departures from major cities.
Okay, Fuda Bus, Sin Tourist, got it.
Journey times can vary significantly. For instance, from HCMC, it's typically around 8 to 12 hours. From Da Nang, about 10 to 12 hours.
Still quite long journeys then.
They are. While it's acknowledged as generally the longest and potentially the least comfortable option, especially maybe if you're tall, it is undeniably the most affordable. So this range of options, air, train, bus, truly empowers you to choose the best mode of transport based on your budget, your timeline, and your desire for either speed, scenic travel, or cost effectiveness.
Great summary. So after landing at Cam Ranh International Airport, what are the best ways to bridge that 30 to 45-minute gap from the airport into the heart of Nha Trang City? It's always good to have a clear plan for that initial arrival.
Right, that last leg. Upon landing at Cam Ranh Airport, you have several straightforward and well-established options for that crucial transfer into Nha Trang City.
Okay.
The most direct and universally available choice is probably a taxi. They are plentiful and readily available right outside the terminal doors.
Standard airport setup.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
A one-way trip to the city center will typically cost you approximately 350,000 to 400,000 Vietnamese dong.
Which is roughly.
Roughly 14 to 17 US dollars, give or take. It's a hassle-free door-to-door service, ideal if you have a lot of luggage or you're traveling in a group.
That's quite convenient, but for solo travelers or those keeping a close eye on their budget, that might be a bit pricey. Are there any more economical options for the airport transfer?
Absolutely. A far more budget-friendly choice, which doesn't compromise too much on convenience, is the airport bus or shuttle service.
Ah, the shuttle bus.
Yeah, these dedicated buses run frequently between the airport and a designated station in the city center, often near the main hotels. A ticket is only around 65,000 VND per person.
Well, that's much cheaper, like under $3.
Exactly, a significant saving compared to a taxi. Some shuttle services may even offer the added convenience of dropping you off directly at or very near your hotel, which is a fantastic perk.
Worth checking out.
Definitely. Furthermore, for those staying at larger luxury resorts or hotels along the beachfront, it's definitely worth checking if they provide a dedicated transfer service.
Ah, good tip.
Many high-end establishments offer private cars, limousines, or shared shuttles, which can sometimes be included as part of a package deal, simplifying your arrival logistics even further and adding a touch of personalized comfort.
Nice.
This diversity in transfer options really highlights Vietnam's commitment to accommodating a wide range of tourist budgets and preferences, making that transition from airport to beach seamless for pretty much everyone.
That's an excellent tip about the resort transfers. Now, once you've arrived and settled in, how easy and enjoyable is it to get around within Nha Trang itself? I've heard it's a relatively compact city with well-paved roads, which always makes local exploration a lot simpler.
It is indeed very easy and pleasant to navigate Nha Trang locally thanks to its compact size and, yeah, well-maintained infrastructure. For convenient and reliable transport, taxis are plentiful throughout the city.
Taxes again.
Yep. However, for transparency in pricing and often better rates, using a ride-hailing app like Grab.
Grab, yeah, like Uber for Southeast Asia.
Exactly. It's widely used across Southeast Asia and highly recommended. It takes the guesswork out of fares and provides clear routes on your phone.
Okay, Grab is a good shout.
Definitely. Now, for the truly independent and adventurous explorer, renting a motorbike or scooter is an incredibly popular and, frankly, liberating way to see the city and its surrounding areas at your own pace.
Scooter life. Is the traffic crazy, though?
Well, rentals are quite cheap, typically around $5 per day. And while the traffic is active, it's generally considered less chaotic and intimidating than in major cities like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Yeah, it makes it a more manageable and enjoyable experience for visitors. Even those less accustomed to Asian traffic still need to be careful, of course.
Of course. So, a bit of adventure for those who are up for it, definitely offering a sense of freedom. What about something a little more traditional or perhaps just a very relaxed way to soak in the atmosphere?
For a leisurely, truly old-world experience that harks back to a simpler time, a cyclo ride. You know, the three-wheel bicycle taxi where the passenger sits in front.
Oh yeah, the cyclos. Classic Vietnam image.
Exactly. It's an absolute must, particularly for a scenic tour along the beachfront. It's an iconic mode of transport in Vietnam, offering a unique perspective.
Slow and breezy.
Very. However, it's crucial to remember a key piece of advice for cyclists. Always negotiate and agree on the fare with the driver before you begin your journey.
The negotiation. Important tip.
Very important. To avoid any misunderstandings or surprises later on, a brief negotiation, often with a friendly smile, is just part of the experience.
Got it. Agree the price first.
Right. And finally, for much of the city, Nha Trang is actually a very walkable city, especially around the main tourist area.
Walkable is great.
Yeah, the main thoroughfare, Tran Phu Street, extends for 6 kilometers right along the beach, beautifully lined with hotels, restaurants, parks, and attractions. It's perfect for a leisurely, scenic stroll morning, noon, or night.
6 kilometers of beachfront walking sounds lovely.
It really is. These various options, taxis, grabs, scooters, cyclos, walking, truly empower you, the listener, with choices for exploring at your own pace and comfort level, from a tranquil walk to an adventurous scooter ride, ensuring that every corner of Nha Trang is accessible.
What an incredible deep dive into nhatrang. We've journeyed through its extraordinary geography, understood the nuances of its surprisingly predictable climate, and explored its rich, layered history from the ancient Cham civilization and the majestic Ponagar Towers
Mm-hmm.
through the elegance and scientific advancements of the French colonial era with its grand cathedral,
Right.
right up to its dynamic modern transformation into a bustling, premier tourist destination. We've also covered all the essential practicalities, detailing how to get there and get around, making it all incredibly accessible for anyone dreaming of visiting this truly unique Pearl of the East Sea.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
We really did. It truly is a multifaceted place, blending so much into one captivating experience, a city that manages to be both a tranquil escape and a vibrant cultural hub.
This deep dive really makes you appreciate the city's complex identity, doesn't it? And it raises, I think, an important question for you, the listener.
Okay.
Given Nhatrangb's incredible historical layering from ancient Cham towers still alive with rituals to French cathedrals standing as monuments of a different era, and now modern skyscrapers reaching for the future, what single aspect of its past or present do you think is most crucial to its enduring appeal and magnetic charm?
That's a tough one.
It is. And more broadly, what does that tell us about the destinations that truly capture our imaginations and stay with us long after we leave?
A truly fascinating question to ponder. Whether it's the timeless natural beauty, the profound historical layering, the resilient culture, or the dynamic modern energy, Nha Trang unquestionably has something remarkable for everyone. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Vietnam's stunning coastal jewel.
Been a pleasure.
We genuinely hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore, learn more, or perhaps even plan your own unforgettable adventure to this incredible destination. Until next time, keep exploring the hidden depths of our amazing world.